Hello, everyone. I'm very pleased to welcome you to this TechEd Breakout about Intelligent API 2.0. I am Jerome Grondin, Specialist Customer Adoption, and I will be your host for this session. First, let's have a look at the agenda. I will briefly talk about the SAP Intelligent API solution in general, and then we will have a deeper look at the Cloud Studio, which is a new interface to design bots. At last, I will show you how to use this new interface to build bots using a no-code approach. First, about our solution. When we speak of RPA, let's remind there are two different ways of using a bot. Unattended, which means that the bot is deployed on a server. It is trigger-based and it is used to skip manual processes and automate a whole process. And the other one is the attended bot. It is deployed on a user workstation. It is launched by the user in order to ease the manual processes and automate a part of a process. Using SAP Intelligent API has multiple benefits. It will allow you to improve the process efficiency, saving time. Also improve the process quality, reducing errors. Of course, it will allow you to improve the user satisfaction by removing boring tasks from the process. And also, by cutting the process execution time, it will generate immediate savings. Okay, now let's dive into the Cloud Studio. The new interface to build automations is entirely cloud-based. There is no need to install a desktop studio or whatever. A simple extension in your web navigator will do the trick. The general way of working is similar to the previous version. First, you capture the applications you need to pilot, and then you can declare screens and items based on captured data using discriminant criteria to select the items. For example, you can declare a button that will be used in the automation or even a text input, for example. So you will have the list of applications, screens, and declared item on the left side of the main screen. Again, that's to say, like in the previous version, we will find a screenshot of the application to help us define the criteria for each items we need. And on the right side of the screen, we have all the captured data and the properties of the selected items. For example, we can change the name if we want to, we can update the criteria, and so on. Once the application have been declared, let's focus on the interface used to build automation. When you create an automation, you'll find an empty canvas, which with a green start point and a red endpoint. Then it's up to you to drag and drop all the activities you might need. And as this is a no-code, low-code approach, you will define the input and output for each activity in the right panel. You will also be able to manage loops and also action in the application you defined earlier. For example, a click on some item or setting a value into text fields. There are also some special activities, such as the custom script activity. And using this one, for example, you will be able to write your own code in JavaScript. You will be helped by the IntelliSense in order to know the list of attributes and methods for each object. Now, I want to show you how easy it is to pilot an application. Let's do this.
So in this application, I will show you how to proceed to the buy of different items from an Excel file. So we will navigate through the different categories and then click on the item we want to buy. And once we select it, just click on the button Add to Cart. So first of all, we need to create a project in the factory. So let's give it the name ChoppingBot. When the project is created, first of all, we need to capture the application we want to use. So here is a list of all applications which are available on the machine. We just need to select the one we want to use. So shopping cart. And then just click on the button Capture. It might take a while to capture the application, but when it is done, here it is. So we've got the screenshot of the application. We can see that the framework is automatically detected by the application. Okay, and at the application level, shopping cart, we'll make sure that the criteria is correct. So in our case, we just check the domain of the application. At the screen level, we will modify the criteria. We can also add more criteria if we want to. Okay, and we can modify the existing one. Then we just need to click on the different elements in the page in order to select them. Okay, so here it is. In this case, I'm selecting the first element in the list. Okay, I'm setting an element class which will be used by the connectors later in the automation to perform the correct actions. And once it is done, I declare it as a collection in order to select all elements in the page. Also, let's declare a button in this application in order to show the content of the cart. Okay, so we just need to select the button. The item class is automatically selected. And once it is done, we can add another screen in our application. So let's select a category, and we just need to click on the Add Screen button, and then capture it again. So we will define another name and click on the capture button. Once it is done, same thing, we just need to change the URL in order to make sure that everything is okay in order for the agent to recognize the application, the screen. And then using the same way, we will define the list, all the items in this list, each one of them representing an item which can be bought by the bot. So we can define different names, set the item class, declare the element, and then click on the button to make it a collection. We can also make sure that the item exists so the agent recognizes the page only when this item is present. Okay. And again, so let's click on a specific item here. So we've got the product page in the application, and we will capture it again. We just need to select a specific element in the DOM of the page in order to make sure that the page exists. So this is the product details section. Okay. And then let's declare the add to cart button. So the item class is automatically detected in our case. Once all the pages has been declared, we can save the project and then create an automation. So first, let's give it a name. And then we will create a data type, which is the structure of the data which will be used in order to be in order to pass from one automation to another. The main one with a loop, and the child automation, which will perform the different actions in the page. So let's give an input parameter in our automation. So the product, the data type we just created, okay? And once it is done, we can drag and drop the different activities of the screen we want to use in the automation. Once it is done, we just need to double click on it, and then we will be able to select the different activities we want to execute in the page. So as we have a collection here, the get, we can drag and drop the get activity on it, and a for each loop will be automatically added in the flow. And then we just need to test if the current tile is the one we need to click on. Okay, so this is done writing this piece of code in the edit expression pop-up. If we found the correct tile, then we just need to click on it. We just need to select the target of the click, so the current member, which is the item of the loop we are dealing with. And then we just need to exit from this loop. So this can be done by drag and dropping another activity. Once it is done, the application will open the category page, and we just need to proceed the same way. That's to say, get the collection of all items in this page, and for each one of them, we just need to test the text contained in the div, in the element. So this can be done by adding this condition. So again, we will deal with the different variables which are available in this window. And once we found the correct item, we just need to click on it. And again, exit from the loop. Once it is done, let's open another screen, the product screen. So we can make a click on the Add to Cart button, which has been declared. And once it's done, let's navigate to the previous page, which is the home one. Let's save our automation. And that's it for this one. Now let's create another automation, the one which will be dealing with the Excel file and the loop of all the different items. So first, we need to use the Excel application. So let's search it and let's open the Excel instance. Then we can use the Excel Cloud link, which is very useful when we want to read the content of an Excel file. So let's drag and drop the file we will use. Okay, so it is automatically detected. So we can see the range definition is automatically detected. Okay, we just need to set the path to the file. And select the type of data we want to use. And then by drag and dropping the different column into the different attributes, we will instantiate a list, a collection of data type of DT products. Then we can release the Excel application. Okay, and then using a for each loop, we will launch an automation for each item. Using so this is a nested automation, okay, and we just need to select the current member. Once the automation has been saved, we can click on the test button. We just need to select an environment in which the automation will run. And then let's see what's happening. So the application will automatically open in the web navigator, and then the agent will automatically navigate through the different categories, determine the correct item to buy, and then add it to the list. Once all items have been purchased, we open the cart and we click on the Proceed button.
See, it's really easy to build an automation from end to end. To conclude, I'd just like to say a few more words. You will find in these slides some additional information about why we recommend to use SAP Intelligent API. For example, the holistic approach for automations, with an end-to-end SAP portfolio for application embedded. Or you can also use different services in order to make the artificial intelligence infusion real in your platform. Again, on this slide, some benefits about our technology. So we just saw, for example, that the developer experience was really great, but there are many other benefits, and I will let you have a look. Here is a list of our different channels where you can find more information on our platform and tips regarding the different use cases you might be facing in your projects. Here is a list of all the sessions related to SAP Intelligent API, and you should attend all these sessions if you wish to learn more about our product. In order to continue your learning experience, don't forget to subscribe to SAP Learning Hub. You will get access to a huge amount of content, so don't hesitate. As a last word, I would like to thank you for attending this session. Don't hesitate to reach out to us at this mail address, and I wish you a very pleasant journey with SAP Robotic Process Automation 2.0 platform.